Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Cut to the Chase at 8 with Queen MC. That's me, Madison Chase. We are talking ESB. That's entertainment, sports, and beauty, plus health, because it truly is your wealth. With my personal, always positive 3 T's, that's takeaway tips and tools, hopefully that you could use to live a life full of light, love, sunshine, sunflowers, orchids, and always, always, always more love. And this morning, I wanted to show some extra special, extraordinary love for Jussie Smollett not attending the NAACP Image Awards. Let's jump right into it. So I want to talk about some of the celebrities that are actually in support of Jussie Smollett. So this is what Taraji P. Henson had to say. This story comes from ET Online. Taraji P. Henson says hate will not win when it comes to her Empire co-star Jussie Smollett, who was attacked in February. The story is from February when the attack actually happened. I just told him to walk in his truth. Just stay the Jussie that everybody loves, Henson said. And you saw the outpouring of love that he had. So he has touched a lot of people in his career. So I just told him, just walk in your truth, baby. No one can take that. So what does Taraji P. Henson have to say now? So this story comes from bustle.com. Taraji says, I'm happy that the truth has finally been set free because I knew it all along. I agree with Taraji. She said, we're all happy for him and thank God the truth prevailed. Henson didn't stop there, but also said about the actor, I know the type of activism this young man does in his community. I know that he's a giver. He's not an attention seeker, she continued. When I know someone, there's nothing you can say to make me flip on them. And that's what we miss in this world. We need people that stand by us, whatever happened to that. Why are we so easy to believe strangers over people we know? I so agree with her. So that's what Taraji P. Henson had to say. And I'm going to paraphrase what Lena Waithe also said from, I think it was a story. She was being interviewed, and the interview came from Variety magazine, and basically here's what she had to say on the carpet. She essentially said that she is a native of Chicago, and she said that Chicago police have not historically protected brown and black bodies, and she also mentioned being gay as well, and that being a target on her back. So Lena Waithe is standing with Jussie Smollett as well. And I think it's interesting to hear someone like Chris Rock. Like, it really goes to show you what brainwashing has been done to people of color in this country. Like, colorism often affects women of color because there is this measure, this standard of beauty that typically does not look like an African American woman. So colorism often comes in people who are promoted in positions of, power when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to job creation. But it's interesting to hear colorism affecting Chris Rock, because essentially that's what he talks about. He said that Jussie Smollett wasted being light-skinned and his curly hair and what he could have done with that. So you clearly see a definitive statement of what the Willie Lynch, whether it's real or fake, you clearly see that Chris Rock is comparing himself to Jussie Smollett. And that is essentially what the Willie Lynch letter is. That it speaks in address. It was delivered in 1712 in James River in Virginia. And the intent of the Willie Lynch letter was to divide African Americans, comparing skin color, comparing height, comparing probably whatever, being in a house versus being in the field. And so now we see a modern day version of Chris Rock essentially doing it. So I completely understand why Jussie Smollett didn't show up, because he knew that he was going to have an additional target because he is gay. So you see that happening at the NAACP Image Awards. So I'm happy that he didn't show up. I'm happy that he chose to forego the NAACP Image Awards. And I think it's sad that as people of color and African Americans, like, even at a place where the NAACP Image Awards, he should have been celebrated and not tolerated. you see, I think Chris Rock makes a joke and basically says, we weren't supposed to talk about it. So even though he was possibly given the instruction to not joke about Jussie Smollett, he chose to. And Anthony Anderson also was in hopes that Jussie would show up. But I clearly understand why he didn't. So I am showing all the love for Jussie Smollett. I'm actually going to write an article, because now that the charges have been dropped, I'm going to write a follow-up article about Jussie Smollett and just some of the things. I feel like we are living in an era where negativity reigns, really not considering that this is someone's life and livelihood. And I think that's the thing that breaks my heart even more, is that Chris Rock is also an actor. Is he jealous of Jussie Smollett because Jussie Smollett is on a television show? Like, I don't understand why such a sensitive topic that is currently still being investigated by the FBI is made light of. Like, I think there are certain things that shouldn't be joked about. And it's funny that, people are weighing in, and people are weighing in based on the public opinion and how the media actually swayed them from the very beginning. So Jussie Smollett, could it possibly be that their charges were all dropped because they know some corroborating evidence that wouldn't stand up in court? And so people are speculating because, he should now sue the two brothers, and he should now sue the Chicago Police Department and countersue. And listening to Jussie Smollett's attorney on Entertainment Tonight in Canada, she said the aftermath of what he experienced has been more horrific than what he actually experienced during the attack. And people are jumping on that and saying, so he's saying that it's not that bad. That's not what he's saying. He's saying that the public lynching, the media lynching, the attacks on him, the memes, the comedy, all of that stuff is very hurtful for someone. So whether or not you believe him or not, if he didn't do this and people are still publicly attacking him, I understand why he wants to keep a low profile, because people don't believe him and public opinion has already said that he's guilty. So thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate your support. However you support me, thank you. If you're sharing this podcast, if you're leaving 5 stars, I appreciate that as well. So thanks for listening. It's Cut to the Chase at 8, and we will chat tomorrow.